Hey Dan, are you there? I just wanted to let you know that we're all out of cardboard boxes. I thought I had bought enough for the move, but do you think that you could get or order some more?
I actually already put in an order for some boxes to arrive. I thought that would have gotten there by now, but I guess not. Do you want me to call the vendors and see what's going on?
Would that be alright? I would really appreciate it because we only have a few more and we don't have room for everything.
Yeah, I understand completely. It's not a problem. But how many more do you think we need?
I think that we might need at least another 10, judging from the state of things here.
Got it. Well, if you think it's at least 10, then maybe I should go even higher than that? How does ordering about 15 boxes sound to you?
I think if we had 15, then that would be plenty for us. Thanks so much for doing that.
I had thought that he got enough boxes the first time, but I guess that we really just underestimated the amount of stuff that we own, didn't we?
Yeah, who would have guessed that we were this much of pack rats? I mean, we really just had no idea how much stuff we actually had at all.
I know, and here I thought that we were pretty good about not buying too much stuff. I didn't even realize that I actually owned all the clothes that I do until I had to try and get them all to fit in the suitcase.
I know, right? I don't know how it happened, but I guess we just have accumulated a lot of stuff over the years, don't you think? Maybe we just don't know how to throw things away. I mean, I know a few of these boxes are just filled with things that we haven't even touched in I don't know how long. But I think that we do have most of the house packed up at this point, which is a relief at least.
That's amazing news, though. Thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate you taking care of this, Clara. I promise to give you a hand with whatever you might need when I get back home this evening.
Aw, Dan, don't you worry about that. I mean, you're at work all day and I'm at home. We're about to move, so of course I'm not just going to put all of this off until you come home. Anyways, I'm going to get back to it.
Well, I just want you to know how much I appreciate what you're doing. I can't believe we're really going to be moving away in 5 days. It's just crazy, but I guess we're going to be busy up until the very end.
I know, I can't believe at all that it's less than a week until we're gone. I sure hope we get everything done in time.
Well, when I get home, you just tell me what to do. I'll do my best to see that we get out of here, okay? And I guess if things get really bad, then we can call my mom and ask her for help.
Oh no, we couldn't do that. I would hate to drag your mother into this and have her clean up after us. I just couldn't ask her to help us with everything here. I'd feel so bad.
Really? I don't think that it's that big of a deal at all for her, really. I mean, either way, we're probably going to have to ask for help in unpacking, since we're all moving in together.
Well, you are probably right about that, but can you believe that you and I are going to be moving in with your mom at her house?
Yeah, I know. It is just a bit crazy, right? But I am grateful that they're giving a place to live. Although, I am a bit worried for you. Are you sure this isn't going to be too much for you?
Don't you worry about me. I knew what I was getting myself into when I said that I wanted to do this. Besides, you're the oldest sibling in your family. I understand why your mom would want you to live with them and why you feel like you have to. I guess I just thought that we would be doing this at a later point in our lives is all.
I know, but I really didn't think you'd go along so easily with all of this. I mean, no offense, but I thought that you just weren't interested in living with my parents at all.
I'm not going to lie, there are quite a few things that I'm pretty nervous about, and I do really hope that your mom and I can get along well while I'm there. But I knew that marrying you meant that I would be spending more time with your parents as well. After all, you are the eldest child, so I knew that you would have to do something like this in the future.
I guess you're right about that. Still, I just want to say that I'm so grateful to be with someone as supportive as you. I'm sure that everything is going to be just fine. You're a lovely person, and there's no reason why my mom wouldn't enjoy sharing her space with you.
You really think so? You really think that your mom is going to like me?
Of course. You were the one who said yes to us living together first, so I'm sure that my mom is grateful for that.
I really hope so. I just want to make sure that your mom and I can get along with each other.
Well, I'm sure that you two are going to be just fine. I bet she's going to love having a daughter-in-law like you.
Has she said anything that makes you think that she'd really like me? Sorry, maybe I shouldn't have asked that, but if you think that she's going to like me, then that really does make me feel good.
I think that she's really looking forward to having us live together. Besides, it's an upgrade for us too. I mean, we finally get to leave our small apartment and move into our big house. It's a huge step up for us.
Well, I will say that you're certainly right about that. Your mom does have a pretty huge house, so I just hope that us moving in doesn't cause too much trouble for them.
I'm sure it's fine. Besides, remember I told you about how they did all the remodeling a few years ago? It's almost like living in a brand new house. Although they did all the remodeling to enjoy their house in their old age, of course. But when my dad suddenly died, my mom suddenly had no one to live with anymore.
Yeah, that can't have been easy on your poor mom, and since she's been living there alone ever since.
That's right, so I really don't think you should worry about causing any trouble. Everything is going to be fine. Hey, I just wanted to let you know that I'm getting off of work early and going to be heading home now. Do you need me to pick up anything on the way home?
I don't think so, but I hope you get home safe. Don't rush home. Take your time.
Great. Thank you, Claire. I think that I should be getting home in about a couple of hours then.
Wow, that really is so odd for you to be coming home early, though. That almost never happens.
I know, but I have been whittling away at a big project I had, and now I just don't have anything to work on. I guess it's thanks to all the overtime that I was doing beforehand. Now I get to come home early instead.
Well, that really is a good thing if you ask me. In fact, since we have all this time, what do you think about going out somewhere for dinner? Your mom is also going to be out eating with friends, so it'll just be the two of us.
Oh, really? That's kind of weird. I feel like my mom almost never goes out to meet friends.
Well, she said that she had someone in town staying at a hotel and that she was heading that way to have dinner with her. So what do you think about us going out to eat as well? I could really use it, to be honest.
Well, that sounds good to me then. What do you think you'd want to eat?
I could really go for a good noodle. I don't care what kind, but I have just been craving noodles.
Well, there's that Italian place that we've always talked about trying, right? I think that would be really good, actually. Their pizza's supposed to be great as well. That might be what I get.
Great, it's decided then. Let's go to that Italian place.
Sounds good to me. I'll meet you there this evening then?
Yay! I'm actually really looking forward to this. It's going to be great. I've been feeling so run down lately, if I can be honest with you.
Oh, no, really? Has it been something in particular making you feel like that?
Well, if I can be honest, I think that things aren't going great with your mom. I think she actually really doesn't like me at all.
Wait, what? Are you serious? But you two always seem to get along together. It makes you feel like things aren't going well between you two.
Well, she's always so calm and collected when you're in the room, but she only pretends to get along with me because you're there. The truth is that we don't really get along in the slightest. In fact, she's been pretty horrible to me.
Horrible to you? In what way? What has she been doing to make you feel like that?
It's a lot, but it's all because she's been doing this while you haven't been around that I haven't said anything to you. I just didn't want to make anything worse, but I can't hold it in any longer.
But what exactly has my mom been doing to you that's so horrible?
She's just always telling me that I'm not doing enough around the house and that I'm a slacker. And I just can't stand being talked to like that. I mean, she makes me feel like I can't do anything right at all. And then she asked who raised me and that I have no manners or anything. She even said that she has no idea why you would marry someone like me. Do you have any idea how much it hurt to hear that?
Carla, I had no idea about any of this. That's just horrible. You don't deserve to be going through that at all.
I thought that it was just maybe her way of adjusting to having us in the house, but it hasn't stopped. I don't know what else I can do to try and patch things up between us. I mean, I'm trying my best. Can't she see that? Am I doing something wrong? I really can't think of what it could be that she doesn't like me doing.
Carla, I had no idea that my mom was doing or saying any of this to you. But I also think that my mom is just the kind of person that won't soften the way she wants to talk about something.
But there's a difference in being honest and just being plain mean. I'm sure that even now she's talking bad about me to her friend. Probably saying that I'm just a useless woman and a horrible daughter-in-law.
Okay, Carla, come now. You can't just accuse people of having conversations you can't know about.
I know, but what else do middle-aged women talk about when they all get together? It's obvious. Ugh, just thinking about all this is enough to really stress me out. I just feel like I might collapse at any moment. It feels like I'm going into some deep, dark hole that I won't be able to get myself out of.
Carla, I had no idea that you were feeling like this.
It's fine. I wasn't talking to you about it because I didn't want you to worry about me. But it's all true. Every day is just so hard for me.
Well, then do you want me to talk to my mom about the way she's treating you?
No, you can't do that. If your mom thinks that I came to you about this, it would just make things worse. I think that it would just make her be even meaner to me. Besides, even if you did tell her, she would just lie to you and tell you that she wasn't doing anything.
Are you sure about that? You really think that my mom would just deny doing something like that?
You have to believe me. You don't know her like I do, Dan. She is not the woman that you think she is in the slightest.
Carla, please. I think that I know my mom quite well, okay? I mean, she was the woman who raised me after all. I'm not saying that I don't believe you, though. Just that it's hard for me to wrap my head around this.
But that's basically the same as saying that you don't believe me. Don't you get that?
I do believe you, Carla. But I'm going to have to ask my mom about this.
I don't understand. Why do you have to go and talk to your mom about this? Why won't you believe what I tell you?
Carla, please. How can I not talk to my mom after all that you've told me? Either way, we should talk about this more over dinner.
Dan, I can't take it anymore. I just can't stand the way that your mom is treating me. I don't know how I'm supposed to go on living like this. I am just getting more and more stressed, and I feel like I'm going crazy.
Carla, are you okay? Don't tell me that you're still upset over how things are going with my mom.
I just don't get why we're the ones who have to leave. It shouldn't have to be this way.
Well, then, just what are you suggesting should happen here?
I'm suggesting that your mom be the one who moves out of here and not us. We shouldn't have to lose a house just because of how your mom is treating me.
But you do know that it's my mom who owns the house, right?
I don't care about that. After all your mom has put me through, we should be the ones to get the house, not her.
I see. Well, if you really feel that way, maybe we should just get a divorce.
Wait, what? How did you get that out of all of this? Why on earth should we get a divorce?
Well, you were saying earlier that if we didn't stop living with my mom, that you would want a divorce, right? So I choose a divorce.
But why? I don't get it. How could you do this to me? How can you choose your mom over me?
Well, like this, by divorcing you.
But don't you feel bad for me after all that your mom put me through?
I am telling you that I'm choosing my mom over you. Shouldn't that be enough?
But I want to know why. Why didn't you believe what I had to tell you? Didn't all the stories of how your mom bullied me mean anything to you?
No, because I don't believe them at all now.
So you think that I've been lying to you this whole time then? Is that what you're telling me?
I don't know if you've been lying to me. I have no idea if you're even lying to me right now.
But then, why are you treating me like this? Why aren't you being kinder to me?
Because I've seen the truth with my own eyes.
What are you talking about? What truth is that?
I'm talking about the truth of who you really are. I mean, I know that you were telling your friend about how after you kicked my mom out, we were going to have this house to ourselves.
What are you talking about, Dan? I never said anything like that.
Of course you did. I heard you talk about it over the phone. That's what this whole thing has been about, hasn't it? It's just been for the house.
So you were listening while I was talking on the phone with my friend that day?
We do all live in the same house after all.
But that isn't fair. What about my privacy? Why didn't you plug your ears or something?
Are you kidding me? Why don't you try not having those kinds of conversations at home? But at least it finally explained to me why you were acting so strangely.
What do you mean? What was I doing?
Well, I tried asking my mom about the things you were saying so that I could get to the bottom of what was going on.
I thought I told you that there would be no point in doing that. Whatever your mom said is just a lie.
Except for the fact that my mom is a really bad liar, and I always know when she's doing it. And when she told me she had no idea what you were talking about, she didn't show any of her usual tics at all.
Well, all that means is that she's learned how to be a better liar, but you can't just let her fool you like this.
But you're the only one trying to fool me here. Besides, I already knew about you and your friend, remember? You made this whole thing up to try and turn me against my mom.
It's not true. I swear it. You have to believe me.
Why should I? You've been nothing but dishonest with me this entire time. But I see now that the real reason why you were so eager to move in was because it was all a part of your plan to try and kick my mom out of her home.
That isn't true. I just thought that we'd all be able to get along. It had nothing to do with the fact that your parents just remodeled their huge house.
That basically told me all I needed to know. I can't believe that you would lie to me about this. You even tried to turn me against my own mother.
Please, I'm so sorry about everything. I was stupid. I shouldn't have done this.
I want you to pack your bags and move out. You and I are through, Clara. After that, Clara realized that I wasn't going to change my mind. She packed her bags, and by the end of the week, all her things had been moved out of my mom's house. We signed the divorce papers not long after that, and we're officially separated. She left a note saying that she still loved me, but I couldn't bear to look at it. My mom also felt horribly guilty about all of this. She had no idea what she did to make Carla so upset with her that she would do something like this. I had to do my best to explain to her that it wasn't her fault at all and that it was all just one giant scheme by Carla. I don't quite know where my life will take me now, but at least I know who I can and can't trust.
Hey Cass, is now a good time to text? I just wanted to say how proud of you I am for yesterday and everything, really. I think you did a great job giving birth yesterday.
Oh man. Well, it wasn't easy. I'll tell you that much. And now it hurts just to use the restroom. What a mess.
Well, I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to go and visit you once I get off of work. And I even asked for a week off of work from when you're supposed to get out of the hospital.
Really? You did that? You know you didn't have to take time off work for me. Besides, didn't you already take time off to leave work early yesterday so that you could be with me? I hope you're not wasting all of your time off.
It's never a waste if it means I get to spend more time with you. Besides, this is our first child together. Did you really think I was going to miss this? Although, it was unfortunate that you've got to spend a week in the hospital to recover.
Yeah, I am really bored now that there's nothing to wait around for here.
Oh, and by the way, I wanted to say that I thought of a few potential names. What do you think of naming a girl something like Emma or Linda or something like that?
Really? That's what you came up with? I feel like I'd be talking to my grandma when I talk to her.
Oh, you're not a big fan of those names? I just thought that they had a nice ring to them.
Well, I've already thought of what we're going to name her. What do you think of Fiona? I think it's just unique enough without being too strange. Better than some grandma name, though.
So instead you want to name her Fiona, like from that one princess movie?
Yeah, that's right. So what do you think?
Well, I do really like the name, I'll say that much. And I'm glad it's not something too crazy. Actually, I think that Fiona's really starting to grow on me.
It's a really good one, don't you think? Well, okay then. I guess I'll call the nurses and tell them we've decided. So maybe when you come and visit me, you can sign off on her birth certificate as well.
Great, I'll do that. And after that, I'll take care of all the other paperwork.
Sounds good to me. Thanks, Toby. By the way, when you come here, would you mind buying some snacks on the way?
Yeah, sure. No problem at all. Anything else you want me to get you?
No, I don't think so. Thank you.
Great. Sounds good. By the way, I ordered some stuff for the baby online. It should be getting delivered soon.
Oh, that stuff you ordered? Yeah, I'm really sorry about this, but I actually had it sent to my sister's address. I was looking at what you ordered and actually switched it to hers. I guess it was saved from the last time we had that sofa shipped to her. But we can try and get the stuff from her soon.
Okay, got it. Thanks for telling me that. I was going to have it sent to the hospital, but, well, I guess there's really no need in worrying about any of that now. We'll just have to wait a few days to get it all.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. But I'm sure it'll arrive soon, and it won't be a problem.
Yeah, I doubt that it will. But I've got to get back to work now, so I'll talk to you later.
Sounds good. Have a nice rest of your day, Toby.
I will, and I can't wait to see you and little Fiona. I'll try and come over to see you both tonight. Hey, Cass, can you text right now? I was just wondering where you are at the moment. I went to the hospital and they told me that you had checked out today.
Oh, right. Toby, I'm really, really sorry.
What do you mean? Where are you if you're not back at home? Did you go visit your parents' place or something like that?
No, it isn't anything like that.
Well, then, where are you right now, Cass?
Toby, I'm sorry, but I just can't tell you that.
What do you mean you can't tell me that? Why not?
Toby, I'm sorry, but I want a divorce.
Wait, hold on. Are you serious? You really want to get a divorce? But why?
I'm sorry, I can't be with you anymore. Toby, I need to be on my own.
So then you really actually are serious about this? I just don't know what to say at all.
Of course I'm serious. You know that I would never joke about this.
But I don't get it. Did I do something to make you feel this way? I mean, yesterday it seems like things were going great between us, right?
I know that, but the fact is that this has been a long time coming for me. There are just so many little things that have been building up.
Little things? Well, little things like what? Can't you at least tell me that?
Just a bunch of little things. So many that I can't even say them all here because it would take too long.
And so you're really just not going to tell me at all about what any of these are? Please, you have to at least give me a chance to change.
I don't really think that these are things that you can change, Toby. It's more fundamental than that. Besides, I guess I've gotten used to having my own way of doing things, and it just doesn't mess well with you.
But please, can't you at least tell me something more specific?
Look, Toby, I am trying to convince you or change your feelings about this. It's not you, it's me. And I want a divorce, okay? Please, I just can't do this anymore. You have to let me go.
But this is all so sudden. I don't even know what to think right now.
And I'm very sorry for putting you in this position right now. But I've been holding this in for a long time.
You mean that this is something you've thought about even before we had kids?
Yeah. I actually started thinking about it while I was pregnant. Of course I was nervous about raising the child all on my own. But now that I've had her, I think it's going to be okay.
Cass, please. Can't I do anything to make you change your mind about this? I promise that whatever problem you have with me, I'll try and fix it. I don't know how I'm supposed to live with myself if you leave me for reasons I can't understand. I promise that I'll dedicate myself to being there for you both.
Look, Toby, I've already told you what I want to happen. Now you just need to accept that.
Please, no. I can't do this. I don't want to get a divorce.
You have to understand that it's not all your fault. It's not just you problems, it's also me problems. And I just think that you deserve a better person than me.
But I love you. You're the one that I want to be with. And we just had our first daughter together. Why are you doing this now?
I'm sorry, Toby, but I've made up my mind. So I'm going to come over in a few days to get my things. And I'll bring the divorce papers with me. I'll leave the key on the table if you're not home when I'm there. Hey, Toby, I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to submit our divorce papers now.
Got it. Thanks so much for letting me know, Cassandra.
Now remember, you're going to be allowed to see Fiona once a month. And until her first birthday, you're going to pay $1,500 in child support. After that, it is going to drop down to $1,000 a month, okay?
Right. Got it. Thanks for explaining that.
And thank you for being the one to pay it. And for listening to me and going along with this.
I still can't believe this is what we're doing right after you've had our baby. I mean, it's not like you're going to be able to go back to work right away, right?
Yeah, that is true. So that's why I'm glad to be able to have your support as I go through all of this.
Yeah, of course. Are you going to be staying with your parents after that?
Yes, that's right. That's what I was thinking of doing.
I see. Well, then when you get there, could you at least tell my parents that I say hi to both of them, and I hope that they're well?
I don't think there really any need for me to do that. After all, I don't think you even met my parents. But I'm just sorry that things had to end between us like this. But I just have one more request. Do you think you could leave me alone until I reach out to you for something?
Right, of course. Well then, at least tell your parents thanks for taking care of you and our daughter.
Yeah, sure thing. I can do that. But I am really sorry for all of this.
It's okay, Cassandra. You don't need to apologize. If anything, I feel like that would just make it all worse for us both.
I know. I'm really, really sorry. I guess I just did it again, didn't I? And that's not what I meant. I meant that I'm grateful for your understanding. I'll reach out to you again next month to figure out when you want to see Fiona. Thanks again for everything. I know this isn't how you wanted to raise your child, but I appreciate your cooperation.
Of course. And you two take care of yourselves. Or, I guess you take care of yourself and Fiona. And just know that if you ever need anything, and I do mean anything at all, that you can always reach out and ask for help. Okay?
Hey there, Toby. Did something happen recently?
Something happen? Not really sure what you mean by that, Cass.
Well, I just mean that today is a day that you're supposed to send the child support. Did you forget to send me the money?
No, I didn't forget about anything, actually.
Oh, I see. Well, then why haven't you sent me any money for child support then?
Well, it's because I'm done paying you.
What do you mean by that? You can't be serious about that, right? You know you have to pay it.
I'm not so sure about that, actually.
What do you mean? I'm not understanding what you're trying to tell me, Toby. But you can't just cut me off like that without saying anything.
Well, I just don't feel like paying you anything anymore. So that's that.
Toby, what on earth are you talking about? You think that I'm going to let you get away with this?
Well, there's nothing to get away with. I don't want to pay, and so I won't. That's that.
What in the world do you mean you don't want to pay? What do you think is going to happen to Fiona if you don't pay, huh? You do realize that we need this child support, right? I need this child support to take care of Fiona.
Well, that doesn't really sound like my problem. So, yeah.
Toby, why are you talking to me like this? You're being so horrible to me. Do you realize that? I mean, just pay the child support. Don't you love our daughter?
Man, you're getting really desperate now, aren't you? You really think I care at all for that little brat?
Brat? What do you mean? How can you say that about your own daughter? I didn't know you were this kind of person, but if you're really not going to pay, then don't think that I'm going to get my mouth shut.
And just what are you not going to keep your mouth shut about? What do you think you can do about this?
Well, I will hire a lawyer and take you to family court, and then the judge is going to force you to pay child support.
No, I really don't think that's going to work out how you think. And if I don't feel like paying, then I don't have to pay. So there's nothing you can do about it.
What do you mean there's nothing I can do about it? You really think you can just get out of paying for child support like this? You can't just say you don't feel like paying and get away with this.
Are you sure? Because I still don't feel like paying, and I'm still not going to be paying you, so...
But I don't understand. Why are you acting like this? Where is all of this coming from?
Well, the main reason I'm not going to pay you anything is because that kid isn't mine.
What do you mean by that? You don't really mean that, do you?
No, I was actually going to reach out to you today and tell you that I have all the evidence I need. But I know that you cheated on me and Fiona is the baby you had with that man.
Toby, you don't really think that I cheated on you, do you? Where is all of this coming from? I don't get it.
Please, you don't need to play dumb about this at all, you know. I mean, I know that you're not even at your parents'. You're at this other man's house right now, aren't you? That's where you've been since you left the hospital. I doubt that your mom even knows where you are, huh?
Well, okay, you're right. I'm not at home with my parents. But it's only because I didn't want them to be doing everything for me. So I was using the child support money you were sending to rent an apartment for Fiona and I.
I already know what's going on. After you left me, I went to go and talk with your sister. I just needed someone to talk to about it. But you should have seen how mad she got when I told her you left me. But I couldn't understand why she was so upset just for that.
Well, I don't know how much my sister would have known about anything that's going on, so...
Oh, I don't think she was getting anything wrong. I told her what you told me, and she said that she didn't think I needed to be there for the baby. But you were also lying to me about how hard the pregnancy was, about not going home, about so many things.
You're right. I'm sorry. I just needed a reason to divorce you, and I couldn't think of one. So I really am sorry for having to lie to you.
And you didn't go back to your parents' house because you wanted to go and live with your baby daddy. So can you please just admit that Fiona isn't mine? Why are we keeping this charade up?
But it's really not a lie. I swear to you that Fiona really is yours. You have to believe me. You really think that I would lie about something as important as that? Of course I wouldn't.
I was actually just talking to your sister early this week as well. She told me all about how you've been avoiding the family. But she wanted me to tell you that if you don't reach out to them, that they're going to cut you off and never talk to you again.
But what do they even want to do with me? I don't get what they want from me.
Well, now what they want from you is a DNA test on that baby.
I don't understand. Why would they want me to do that?
Well, because your sister told them my story, and now they have their doubts about who the father of their grandchild even is.
But they know how it is. They know that you're the father.
So you're telling me they always thought I was Fiona's father?
I just thought that you might think of her as your daughter.
Well, I don't. Not after all that I've learned. Although, if I can be honest, I knew about a month before you had her that Fiona wasn't mine.
No. Please, you have to know that I always thought that she was your daughter. I swear it.
You told me that you switched the address of the baby things that I got to go to your sister's house, right? Well, I know that was also a lie. I checked online to see if the package has been delivered, and it wasn't your sister's house at all. So I can only assume it's where you've been living with this other man of yours, right?
Toby, you can't believe that, right?
Cassandra, I even went to go and check on the house that you had all the baby stuff sent to. I looked into the guy who lived there, and I found out that he had a newborn daughter with the same name as ours. So tell me, are you going to tell me the name of your other man?
Please, can't we just stop this here?
I think his name is actually Frank, isn't it? So I wonder if that's where the name you came up with came from. I guess I really am an idiot for thinking that I could ever trust you. You were cheating on me this whole time and even planned to divorce me while you were doing it.
Please, you don't get it. I just thought that it would be better if I raised the baby with Frank.
And just why is that? So I could pay your child support?
No, it isn't that. It's that he's going to start law school and be a lawyer, but I thought he could save some money that way.
Well then, you better go tell him to take a DNA test for the baby, or else I'm going to sue you both.
But then that would mean I wouldn't get money from you anymore, right? Please, can't we just split custody or something?
There's no custody to split at all since the kid isn't even mine to begin with. But I am going to make you pay for all the lying you've done.
Why are you doing this to me? I don't understand. You have to know that I never wanted to hurt you.
I can't believe that you're still trying to make excuses for yourself right now.
But I mean, we're already divorced. What's the point of trying to punish me for what I did now?
You do know that infidelity has a statute of limitations, don't you? That's why I'm going to make you pay. I think somewhere in the range of $30,000 sounds fair, don't you?
You want to charge me how much money? There's no way that I'd be able to afford paying you all of that.
Oh, I'm sure that you will be very worried about the money now that you're a new mother, but that isn't my problem. Why don't you ask your future lawyer boyfriend to think of a way to get out of this? Huh? I'm sure it would be some kind of practice for him before he goes to school to learn, don't you think?
Wait, no, Toby, please. I don't have that kind of money at all. I'll never be able to pay all of that back.
I'm sure you could think of some way to split it up. Let's say that it's $20,000 for the marriage and another $10,000 for the affair. Maybe Frank can help you with the other one. Of course, I intend on suing him too.
But how am I supposed to get that money in the first place? I just don't have it, and I won't be able to pay you.
But you are more than fine asking me to pay you money for a child I thought was mine until they turned 18.
No, that's different. You don't understand. It's different.
It doesn't really seem that different from where I'm standing. I can tell you that much.
I'm so sorry for lying to you, Toby. I never meant for things to go like this.
I don't want to hear it. I really just don't want to hear what you have to say to me at all.
But I really don't have that kind of money to pay you. If I do, then I don't know how I'm supposed to live. And I don't get why you're going to punish a blameless baby for this. Don't you have a heart?
Don't you make this about Fiona. This is much bigger than her. Besides, I'm not pushing her. You are. These are the consequences of your actions, and you're going to have to live with them. If you didn't want this, then you shouldn't have cheated on me, lied about, and maybe made me think I was her father in the first place. Because I was ready to lay my life down for that baby when you had it. I thought that it was the product of our years of love and devotion, and you've ruined all of it.
Please, Toby. Can't you just not sue me? That's all I want. I just can't afford to lose any money right now.
And I'm telling you that's not my problem. If you want help, go ask your family about it. After that, I hired a lawyer and had my suit against Cassandra and Frank filed. The judge didn't end up ordering a DNA test on Fiona, and, to no one's surprise, it was Frank's, and not mine. That more or less sealed the deal, and the judge forced them both to pay me a compensation for what I had been through. Of course, with a sum that big, even asking her parents wasn't enough to get Cassandra what she needed. I took the money and used part of it to set up a college fund for Fiona. It could never be touched by either of her parents, and Fiona wouldn't know about it until she turned 18. The only rule I made was that the money must be spent on things for school. Although I was upset, I did agree with Cassandra that Fiona didn't deserve to pay for her mother's mistakes. She may not be my daughter, but I thought of the fund as a way of taking her parents' money and making sure that it went back to her in the end. I took the rest of the money and used it to move away. I haven't heard from Cassandra, Frank, her sister, or anyone since then. It's been hard feeling like I was starting my life over from scratch, but things are getting better day by day.